You know, we usually picture death as this one single figure, right? Kind of spooky, all alone. But what if it was more like a family, a whole crew, each with a different job? That's exactly what we're diving into today with a story called The Parable of the Three Shovels. It's this incredible idea that death isn't just one thing, it's many. Okay, so picture this. Our story kicks off in a small village, right at the edge of the world. And we're at a classic crossroads, but not of roads. This is the big one, the crossroads between life and whatever comes next. We've got three men standing at the gates of a cemetery, and each one is wrestling with a really specific, really heavy fear about their final moments. So our first guy, he's a scholar, and his biggest fear, it's not about pain or just ceasing to exist. No, it's about being erased. I mean, imagine spending your entire life learning, collecting all this knowledge, and then just poof, it's gone. That's what's eating him alive. He's looking for a way for his life's work to live on, a kind of intellectual immortality. Then there's the second man. He's a victim, and let me tell you, he is consumed by rage, just pure burning purpose. He's been seriously wronged. Someone stole something huge from him, and he just cannot rest. He can't find peace until that person is punished. His ultimate fear? That justice will never be served, that the scales will stay unbalanced forever. And our third guy, he's a farmer. He's lived a good, long life. He's not angry. He's not fighting against the inevitable. He's not worried about a legacy. His question is so much simpler, and something I think we can all understand. He just wants to know, is it going to be okay? Is the transition kind? So the sun goes down, the moon comes up. You know how it is. That moment when the world feels a little thinner, a little more magical. And right on cue, out from the shadows of the cemetery, it's not one figure that appears. It's three. Three figures step out to meet these men. And right here, this is where things get really interesting. Okay, so look to the right. The first figure that steps forward, wow, he's striking. Not warm and fuzzy, but just full of this deep, quiet dignity. His eyes are described as being like cold stars, and get this, he's carrying a shovel. But it's not for digging graves. It's made of polished, gleaming silver. This is Baron Lacroix. He's one of the faces of death we were talking about. And he's the philosopher of the group, the quiet observer, the one who's all about that final, inevitable conclusion to life. So everything about him is elegance and dignity. He's totally focused on the bigger picture, the meaning of time, the wisdom you get from just accepting the end. You wouldn't go to him for revenge or anything like that. No, you petition Lacroix when you need perspective or when you're hoping for a peaceful passing. All right, so back to our scholar. He steps up to Baron Lacroix, and Lacroix just gets it. He completely understands his fear. He shows the scholar that all his knowledge, everything he worked for, it's not gone. It's been recorded, etched into the fabric of the universe, as permanent as that silver shovel. His legacy is safe. Talk about peace of mind. Now, let's look over to the left, and man, it is a whole different vibe. Forget polish, forget elegance. This is just raw, untamed power. The shovel this figure holds is made of iron. It's jagged, it's crude, and it's blood-stained. Yeah, that definitely hints at something way more intense. And this is Baron Criminel. He's the enforcer, the judge. He's the side of death that handles the messy stuff. Violence, crime, and that desperate, burning need for justice. Yeah, he's pretty much the polar opposite of Lacroix. He's volatile, menacing, all about force. He is not here to have a deep talk about the meaning of life. He's a raw power you call on when you're desperate, when you need protection, or when you need justice, and there's no other way. So let's just break that down, right? It's pretty clear. You've got Baron Lacroix, the refined philosopher, on one hand, and on the other, you have Baron Criminel, the aggressive judge. They're like two different tools for two totally different spiritual jobs. You need wisdom, you go to Lacroix. You need justice, Criminel's your guy. Okay, back to the story. Our victim, the guy burning with rage, he walks right up to Baron Criminel. And the reaction is instant, it's powerful. Criminel slams his iron shovel down, and a spark of fire just shoots out. It's not just a spark, it's like a heat-seeking missile of justice, flying off to find the thief and get back what was stolen. Boom, justice is served. And now we turn to the center. And this is the one, the figure you've probably been waiting for, the one most of us recognize. He's like the master of ceremonies, the head honcho of the whole cemetery. He's got the tuxedo, the top hat, and this incredible charisma that's somehow both super intimidating and kind of welcoming at the same time. It is, of course, Baron Samedi himself. He's the guy in the middle, the one balancing the philosopher and the judge. He's famous for his love of cigars and spiced rum, for telling some seriously dirty jokes, and for having this energy that's both terrifying and absolutely hilarious. He's the living proof, or, well, the unliving proof, that life, with all its fun and messiness, doesn't just stop when you die. He balances out the serious vibe of his brothers with this incredible life force. And he sums up his whole deal perfectly in this story. He basically says, look, one brother keeps the records, the other one enforces the law, but me, I'm the one who makes sure the party keeps going on the other side. His job is to be the host. I love that. So our farmer, he's seen the serious philosopher and the scary judge, and you can't blame him for being a little nervous about approaching the guy in the middle. But Baron Samedi doesn't try to intimidate him. He just laughs this big, deep laugh, and then he offers the farmer a sip of his spiced rum. It's not a threat, it's a toast, a gesture of life, of celebration. And in that one moment, that simple offer of a drink, it all clicks for the farmer. He gets it. He understands the big secret here. Death isn't some cold, single door you're forced through. It's more like a big house with lots of different rooms and a whole family of hosts waiting to greet you. So that's the key takeaway, right? The Baron's family, the Godet, they offer these three totally different sides of death. You've got the philosopher, Lacroix, for when you need wisdom. You've got the judge, criminal, for when you need justice. And you've got the guide, Samedi himself, for when you just need a friendly face to help you get to the party on the other side. And look, this is way more than just a cool story. It's a whole spiritual framework. It gives people a way to deal with this massive, scary idea of death by breaking it down. You can connect with the specific kind of death energy you actually need for your situation, whether in life or at the very end. And that's why our farmer isn't scared anymore. He walks right through those gates and he's smiling, because now he knows that no matter what he needs on the other side, a library for his thoughts, a courtroom for his problems, or just a good drink with a great host, the Baron's family has got him covered. Which brings it all back to us, doesn't it? It leaves us with one last thing to think about. The scholar, the victim, the farmer. They all found the face of death they needed. So the question for you is, if you were standing at that gate right here, right now, which Baron would you need to meet?